So welcome to Profile 3 TV, and today I'm very excited to be joined by Paul Shannon from Navigate Mortgages. So Paul, thank you very much for coming in.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Yeah, so Paul Shannon, 30 years old, and I'm an independent mortgage broker. Then, a bit about myself. So last year was a busy year for me. Turned 30, got married in May as well to my wife Zoe. Been with her 6-7 years. And we bought our house 3 years ago around in the Ballyhackamore area. Then, love the gym, love to stay fit and active. I'm there 6 days a week. Currently trying to have a clean diet at the minute. I'm away to Thailand at the end of February. We love our holidays. We love to get away and travel and stuff. So fitting that around the work-life balance.
Amazing. And for the time of year, obviously the clean diet is critical. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Everyone's on the New Year's resolutions and stuff, so it fits in well.
Amazing. Excellent. No, very, very good. And you still maintained it after so long after New Year's, which is even better. I'm very impressed. So you've obviously been working in financial planning and mortgages and property for quite a while. So you've got a lot of experience in buying and selling houses, mortgages. You've seen it all, I guess.
Exactly, yeah. So my history, essentially, I used to work for Halifax. I worked for Halifax for 6-7 years and did mortgages through them for 5 years. So I started in banking and savings, worked my way up through different types of areas, working with mass affluent customers, which is clients with a lot of money. Then mortgages, then they brought it back to Belfast. Essentially, it was always in the branches. Halifax brought it in back on the telephone basis. I was based in the contact centre, and we were doing a lot of mortgages over in England and Scotland. And then 2 years ago, I then moved out into an independent financial practice called Navigate IFA, and I've never looked back.
Amazing, excellent. And where is Navigate based then?
We're based over on the Hollywood Road, right beside the Strand Cinema. So it's called Strand Studios. Really good offices. We've got a lot of different meeting rooms. The meeting rooms are quite high tech, so our laptops would connect to the TV on the screen. So our clients then, we're not hiding behind a laptop. They can see the TV, they can see exactly what we're doing then.
Amazing. And beside the Strand Cinema, what an iconic building as well.
Exactly. That's why I always say people know where it is then.
Totally. So what services do Navigate Mortgages offer?
Yeah, so it's two companies. The main company is Navigate IFA. They've been running for 4 years, and they were started by the three partners, Darren, Michael and Paul. They specialise in family planning, stocks and shares, financial advice essentially. They brought me on 2 years ago, and we created a separate arm called Navigate Mortgages just to specialise in mortgages in Belfast in Northern Ireland then. From there, we offer services such as mortgages, life insurance, critical illness cover, protecting your income, buildings, contents insurance. We've started doing a will writing process as well. Everybody needs a will, but nobody has one, so we've started doing that. And what we really do is we take our clients from their very first house right the way to the very last house through Navigate Mortgages on into the financial practice, the likes of retirement homes and pensions and stuff then.
Incredible, yeah. So one-stop shop, amazing.
Exactly, yeah. That's it.
No, it's good that you offer so many services. Actually, you complete the loop in that respect, so very good.
Yeah, what we want to offer our clients is not to have to go to different places then, so they can get everything in-house in a small, local, independent practice, so they'll be dealing exactly with us, and we go out into the marketplace then to recommend them different types of products.
Incredible. So is that's what your job is then, or what exactly do you do day to day?
Yeah, so my own job is I specialise in taking the hassle out of mortgages for clients. So a client comes to me and I work for them. I don't work for the banks then, okay? So what I do is I go out into the marketplace. I recommend them their mortgage. First of all, we pick the deal. Then once we have the deal and options, we then sit down and we talk about the home insurances. We then look at any life insurances. We look at critical illness cover, protecting your income then. So that would be the first start of it then. What we then also is we're will writing service then. As part of the insurances, we want to make sure every client has a will. We also then touch base with our clients on an annual basis, an annual review to make sure everything's okay, the client's happy then. From there, a mortgage deal ends. It's always got an end date, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever it may be. So 6 months before that end date, we'll be touching base with our clients to make sure that they don't roll on to the bank's higher interest rate, so they're not paying more. So every 2 years, say it's a 2-year fixed, we'll come back to the clients, we sit down with them again, we review their mortgage, we review their insurances, and then we go back into the market and see what deals we can get for them.
Yes. amazing. I've had many a mortgage and no one's ever done that for me, so that's a good.
That's good to hear.
That's a good service to offer. Amazing. And do you find people when they come to you, especially I'm thinking first-time buyers, but even people who've bought before, because I know you tend to buy a house maybe and it's not another 10 years before you buy another one. Do you think people are aware of the different types of mortgages and the products and what they should be doing and shouldn't be doing?
A lot of people don't know what options are out there, and there's a misconception that if you have your bank account with your bank, you go to then that bank to get that mortgage in, and what they're doing is they're limiting themselves to their deals, their specific type of criteria and products. Okay, if they come to me, we've got access to every mortgage lender on the market. So what we do is we shop around. Different lenders offer different deals and different options then, and certain criteria can fit with certain banks as well. So it's not just getting a client's first home. We then do what's known as either a product transfer, which is switching that deal to a brand new deal then, so maybe another 2-year fix, 3-year fix, 5-year fix, or we look at the market and we can do what's known as a remortgage. We can switch lenders then. So say they started with Halifax, they can then switch across to the likes of Bank of Ireland. That's the example I use there is my own mortgage. I started with Halifax, had a Halifax mortgage, deal came to an end. I looked at what Halifax were offering me, but their rates were higher than what Bank of Ireland would offer by switching it across. So I switched my own mortgage across to Bank of Ireland. I got a free legal service. They gave me £500 cash back as well. And I saved myself. It took a couple of years off the end of the mortgage, which is great then. Also, you can get further advances, which is pulling equity out of your house. So say your property, the value has gone up and maybe it's 200,000, but you've only got a £150,000 mortgage left. You can actually pull some money out of the house to use that money as well. Maybe house extension, home improvements to again improve the value. Some people pull money out to invest it in other properties and they use it as a deposit for buy-to-lets. And again, we specialise in doing buy-to-lets investment properties for clients.
Incredible. And is it easy then to, because I think the headache of switching mortgage from one company to another, is it a simple process or there's a bit of dancing to be done?
For the client, yes. For us, no. There's a lot of work involved in the background, but that's where we would always do the analogy of the duck, calm, surfaced on the water, but we're working in the background, the legs under the water then. So I've got a great team around me. It's not just myself in the mortgage end. So I've got Lewis, who is now signed off as a mortgage advisor as well, who was one of our client managers. I've got Sarah and I've got Mike, so I've got a great team around me. So when I'm in an appointments face-to-face, dealing with the clients, I've got a team in the background that are working to process that mortgage. And what we're doing is we're trying to do all the upfront work to make sure that when we go to the banks and the lenders that we cut that space down. And what we want to do is we want to aim for our clients to go from application to mortgage offer within about 2 weeks. And so we want to try to make sure that process is as slick as possible so that it's fast. We get a mortgage offer for the client. The offer then goes to a solicitor then, and then the solicitor takes over then. So it's pretty seamless for the client then.
Incredible.
As well, what we do, the biggest thing for clients is communication. If anyone's chasing us, we're not doing our job right. So what we do is we've brought in WhatsApp for our clients. We use WhatsApp desktop, so as a business then. So we've got a group, so it'll be me, my team in it. We've got our 2 clients potentially in it, and we use WhatsApp so they can pop messages in. They can see when one of our team has seen it. If I can't get back, somebody will get back to them, and it just means that they're always in contact with us.
It's incredible even seeing technology and we would talk a lot about digital transformation for companies and it's just amazing. Even that small thing, you're taking digital and making life easier for your clients and actually really making a difference to them.
Yeah, the digital part, we're trying to bring that in. So we've brought a lot of face-to-face through the likes of WebEx, Skype calls to clients so that they can do it on their office breaks, because a lot of people think you have to go in, hour-and-a-half appointment, take a day out, or have to take time off work. We don't. We do a lot of appointments on people with lunches. They take time off, they go to the laptop, we can share our screens to their screens, speak to them face-to-face through the video and stuff, so it's very good. So we can do mortgages around the country. We do a lot of mortgages in Scotland and London as well. At somebody's desk, they don't need to see us because they can send other documents via email and we can then speak to them face-to-face as well.
Incredible,
yeah.
Amazing. So a little bit of your job then is educating people when they come in, I guess, with what's in the market and what the process is?
Yeah, as well, it's an education piece. I like clients who don't know too much about it. They're great because then I can educate them from start to finish about how it works. So we first of all just start about the process to give them an idea of what it looks like as a mortgage. We then talk them through the deals and options, and we really tailor the mortgage around their circumstances in.
Incredible. And you mentioned buy-to-let then, so buy-to-let's hot, not hot? the taxes have changed in the UK, so it's...
They have. Tax laws have changed, but people still want to invest in bricks and mortar and property and stuff. They see it as there's two ways to do it, essentially. You can take a couple of buy-to-lets out to maybe maximise profits and earn an income in the short term, on maybe an interest-only basis. So you're just paying the interest to the bank. It's quite a cheap payment, and they're getting a bit of income back then to themselves. Another way to do it is maybe on a repayment basis, which just means that your monthly payment is paying the interest and the debt off to the bank. So your mortgage is going down then, and they use that as maybe a pension plan for the future, mortgage-free property that they can maybe sell and use as a pension.
Amazing. What's the biggest challenges that first-time buyers face then, in your opinion?
First-time buyers, it's knowledge. I would say knowledge. They just don't know what's out there, what options are available. Again, like the stigma, go to your bank and you're stuck. A few people, I've seen it quite a few times, they go to their bank, the criteria doesn't fit with their bank and they think that's it. And they're disheartened, they don't know where to go then. As an independent broker, I've got the knowledge of all the lenders, all the different criteria, and we do that work for the client. So if it doesn't fit with somebody, it may fit with another lender, and we go out and take that knowledge then, and we send it back to the client then. So that's the biggest one probably.
Amazing. So your advice for anyone watching this that's thinking of getting on the property ladder is really to go out and talk to independent advisors. Don't go to your bank just alone. Don't limit yourself.
Yes, yeah. That would be the first stop that I would say to our clients is speak to us. Come and speak to us. It's a free, no obligation meeting. We sit down, we take maybe an hour's time, and we just talk them through the different options and deals. I always say I would love to speak to clients maybe 6 or 12 months before they're even deciding to buy, so that I can get them in a position that they're ready, so that when they see the right house, they can put an offer on that house, they come back to us. It's a simple case then of refreshing the deals and picking a deal, so they know, they're confident what they can get and how they can get it.
There's a lot of work to do, exactly. There's maybe it's a year or 2 year process to buy, because you've a lot to think about, budgeting and everything else.
You do, yeah. The very first step that we would do for a client is a decision in principle. So that's actually going out into the market, picking a lender and doing like a credit check and an affordability check to make sure, first of all, the credit's good so that they can get a mortgage, and secondly, what is their affordability, what can they actually afford. And if we do it early enough, then it gives us time that if something's there that they need to improve, we can put the steps in place then so that they're ready to then buy.
Yeah, of course, yeah, good forward planning, I like it.
That's it.
And when we're talking about forward planning, I think you mentioned insurance, so
yes,
insurance is very important around mortgages and property as well then?
Yes, yeah. Doing a mortgage is not good enough. You can't let a client walk out without having insurance, so we want to do a proper job for our clients. So it's not just about getting the mortgage and getting the house. Getting the house is great, and your clients are buzzing for getting the house, but essentially we've given that client a debt that they have to pay off, and that debt doesn't disappear quickly. And there's a lot of sickness, illness, injuries that can come about, and people's biggest asset is the ability to earn an income, okay? If that goes away with sickness or illness, maybe they can't pay their mortgage, they're at risk of losing their property. So insurance is huge for us. We build a bespoke package for our clients around any type of budget, any type of plans, and we just recommend to tailor them.
Incredible. I've never heard it explained that way. You know, your biggest asset is your ability to earn. So yeah, you're getting me thinking. So, so there's probably misconceptions then around insurance that you've seen when people come to you?
Yes, yeah. Some people think they're invincible. Some people won't get sick.
We all are.
We're doing, yes.
I don't know what, you don't, I look back, 18, 20, 30, you are, as you say, invincible. Nothing's going to happen ever. But as we both know, sadly, that's not the case.
Unfortunately not. You never know when an illness is going to hit, or maybe an injury or a car accident, whatever, and stop an income, whatever that may be. Statistics tell us that it can happen, and 1 or 2 people in the UK are going to get cancer in their lifetime, So the stats are there to tell us. So what we want to make sure is that if somebody is off work or sick, that we're here, that the financial hardship is not there. We will put an income into their account, we'll put lump sums into their account so they can focus on getting better rather than having that worry about mortgage payments, bills stacking up as well. We will put an income and maybe lump sums into their bank account as well. Macmillan Cancer came out and said that anyone with cancer, there's a £570 a month difference in their payments. So that's bills, maybe hospital bills building up as well. And if people are off sick, there's a lot of companies out there that don't offer good sick pay policies. So some people's sick pay is zero, so their income is zero, and how can they afford to pay a mortgage, bills, while they're focusing on getting better? So we want to make sure that every one of our clients is covered, and that's what's doing a proper job.
Incredible, no, very, very interesting to think and making us all think about that.
Yes.
Without a doubt. And again, we're talking about the buy-to-lets. You see a lot of hot areas around Belfast. You specialise, I know you do UK and Northern Ireland, but Belfast is probably a very busy, important area for you. Do you see a lot of areas in Belfast that are hot at the moment?
Yes, a lot of people are investing in properties. They want to build that portfolio of properties, again, either to maybe make an income in the short term or for that future planning for investments. A lot of people want to do it so that they can change their lifestyle. They want to take that income, they want to focus on their family life, and what they do is they come to us, they sit down and they have a look. So there's all different areas in Belfast that people look at. Some people look at city centre apartments that they want to rent out. Some people maybe just outside the city, they want to buy a property, they want to do it up, and they want to make a good profit on that as well. So that's what we specialise in. We work closely with a group called Property Meet that meet once a month, and it's a lot of different property investors that just want to get that knowledge about investing in property. We would be their dedicated mortgage and financial investors, and we would sit down and we would look at building a strategy for those clients.
Wow, excellent. So this is a mastermind group for property investors in Belfast.
Exactly, that's
incredible.
it. Yeah.
So amazing. So everyone needs advice and help and network. So it's amazing to find out that there's something like that available here. So
yeah, good timing as well. Tonight we've got an awards dinner then, and we're up for best buy-to-let broker of the year in Northern Ireland.
Wow.
So yeah.
Good luck with that one. So
Thank you.
So when anyone's watching this, they'll know. So we have to put it in the comments. So, but even to be nominated is it's an amazing achievement.
Yeah.
Incredible, excellent. So what's the future? What's the plans for Navigate Mortgage and yourself as well? What's next?
For Navigate Mortgages to continue to grow, we want to start putting steps in place to have those lifetime clients. So not just your one-stop shop, there's your mortgage, there you go. We want to put those steps in place that when they've got their house, when they've got their full insurance package, their will and everything, that they're going to come back to us for savings plans, maybe to start maybe a stocks and shares plan and maybe put into a pension and just start from there and build their client base that way. Then Navigate Mortgages are always growing. We brought on Lewis just over a year ago, who's now signed off as a mortgage advisor with 2 client managers, and maybe we'll grow the business that way. So it's great. For myself, I just want to help as many people get on the marketplace as possible. I want to try and help save people as much money as possible as well, because there are 2 things that I want to do with mortgages. You want to take years off the end of people's mortgages, or I want to save them money per month. So I just want to speak to as many people as possible. A lot of friends and family are coming to me now, which is great to see them in the house, moved in, you know.
Yeah, of course, amazing. Yeah, and the satisfaction of seeing someone moving into their home, I'm sure is incredible.
It's delighted, yeah. I've been invited to a few housewarmings and stuff, so it's good to actually go into the house that you've helped someone get a mortgage for, which is great.
Amazing, excellent. So Paul, thank you very much for your time today and telling us all about mortgages and the importance of insurance. If anyone wanted to reach out and have a chat about anything we've talked about, what's the best way for them to get in contact?
Yeah, so we've got a Navigate Mortgages Facebook site, we've got an Instagram site, and they can get us on Navigate Mortgages or Navigate IFA, our website as well. And someone can email me as well. It's paul.shannon@navigatemortgages.co.uk, and then we can arrange a telephone call, video call, whatever it may be, a face-to-face. So I'd love to speak to everyone.
Excellent. We'll have the links for those underneath this video as well.
Perfect.
So brilliant. So thank you again for your time.
Yes, thank you, Ciaran. That's
Brilliant. Appreciate it. Thank you. Excellent. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you have a property or are thinking of a property, then of course connect with Paul on the links below this video. And hopefully you learned a lot today, as I have, as ever. Do share this video on your social network and let it reach as many people as possible, and hopefully they'll save some money as well, and consider insurance too. So again, thank you for watching today. We'll see you in the next video. Bye then.